direction, they should cancel each other. Summation of all the forces
Forces in the y direction
should be equal
Equals
to 0. And summation of all the moment should be equal by 0, absolutely. So this is a golden rule. We're going to stick to that, and we take it as a toolbox. We can solve the many problem by using these conditions. Condition of the equilibrium. Okay? Might be more involved equation in there. But we're choosing just the x and y direction and also the moment. In order to find the unknown in our problem, we have to create the equations. Number of the unknown must be matched our number of the equation mathematically. If there's a 2 unknown, we need 2 equations.
Always.
Always. If there's a 5 unknown, how many equations? 5 equations. This is the rules of our game. Otherwise, you cannot solve the problem. If the number of the unknown exceeds the number of the equations. Okay. Right, we have something else which is, I would like to explain to you, probably you know by now. It's called a concentrated force or concentrated force or concentration or concentrated force and distributed force. Is everybody aware of what is a distributed force and what's a concentrated force is?
UDL is a
UDL.
Universally distributed load.
Uniformly distributed load, and concentrated load is just a pin load. Well, some of the example of the uniformly distributed load, I can example, just imagine when you go upstairs and the beam which is we have on the ceiling, somebody built up the wall in there, yes? This wall can be 2-3 meters, okay? And the height of the wall can be another 2 or 1 or 3 meters or whatever it is, yeah? So number of the bricks and number of the material, amount of the material used per unit length, we calculated, and then we multiply at the length of the distribution, you will find a total load. And if the body is a uniform body, the total load it would be go through the center of mass. So we have uniformly distributed load and concentrated load. In some books, I saw that a concentrated load, usually they show it as just a pin load, which is like a F hitting at one point. Yes? And when they want to show a concentrated load, a distributed load, uniformly distributed load, usually they put it with this zigzag line inside the beam. Yes? And they indicating how big is it what's the length of this concentrated load, distributed load is, which is called a UDL. And usually they say, W is per, W kilonewton per meter. That's the best way to show. This W can be 6 kilonewton per meter. It means every meter of this length is 6 kilonewton, and which is, I call it here a W. Okay? If you read through this one, concentrated and distributed load, in this page, it explains everything really clearly. So, okay, allow me to get all the photocopy from this room and come back to you.
Damn my good manners. I knew the answers half the time, I didn't want to shout them out. Damn my good manners. I sat on my hand, I just ignored me.
Did it?
Scale and vector. I could have said scale and vector. I could have said fucking. Damn my good manners.